Oh shoot. We have Xianyun gameplay.
One was furious upon receiving your letter. Seized with anger, one set out to bring you to your senses.
Walks you in.
In truth, one had more than a few misgivings about your chosen partner. As an exorcist, his talent was lacking. One could hardly say his skill with sigils was any better. But soon, one came to appreciate the devotion he bestowed upon you during your illness. He never uttered a complaint and rarely left your side. Unwilling to begrudge someone of such character, one decided to overlook his aforementioned deficiencies, glaring though they may have been. Wishing to grant you a life without regrets, one gathered many divine ingredients and used one's own blood to create a form of medicine. Though imperfect, it managed to suppress the more dire effects of your illness. As for how to deliver the medicine, after much contemplation, one eventually decided to perform the deed oneself. One took great care to alter one's features and select the appropriate attire. Only after meticulous scrutiny did one finally set out for Wangshu Inn.
Yeah, well, you certainly did
As
your
one
job done.
expected,
Well,
most ignorant of one's true identity, you showed not even the slightest inkling of recognition. One was quite torn. Should one have celebrated the success of one's disguise, or mourn the loss of your acquaintance?
This is a clever way of like recounting memories, in a way.
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
That is her E skill.
Nevertheless, one would speak to you about
Shoot.
another matter, if you are amenable. Even considering your loss of memory, one was simply flabbergasted that you could so easily forget the consequences of consuming medicine infused with Adeptal blood. Its proclivity to attract monsters is hardly that complicated of a concept to remember. To think that you tried to travel while weak from sickness and heavy with child. Had one not intervened to clear the fog, all of you would have been lost during the night.
I got my monsters here. So, Xianyun. Her normal attack. Word of Wind and Flower is a simple forward attack dealing animal damage. Now, of course, every normal attack actually has a charge and plunge attack, as you know. But but I think I need to actually talk about it here because her plunge attack is actually really interesting, leading to an the skill. White Clouds at Dawn.
Skyward!
This allows her so she cannot take any fall damage, and she can use Sky Ladder, a move that has her leap forward, dealing animal damage with movement. In addition, her plunge attack is now becomes Drift Cloud Wave. As you can see, like this. This deals AoE animal damage, but also ends that state as well. Now, the first passive, Gale Feather Pursuit, gives all party members a Storm Pinion stack per opponent that hit by Drift Cloud Waves, maxing out at 4. This stack actually increases the party attack crit rate per stack. Now, Elemental Burst.
Make way for the Adeptus!
Star Scatterer thus deals AoE damage and heals nearby characters based on Xianyun's attack stat, also known as a Star Worker. Star Worker follows their party member, continuously healing them. In addition, they have 8 stacks of Adeptal Assistance. But once all 8 stacks are consumed, they will deactivate. As you saw earlier, Stalker allows you also allows you to actually jump high, doing blinding damage really easily. The blinding damage will actually consume one stack, so you have 8 blinding attacks to use wisely. Her second passive, consider the Adeptus in her realm, causes a blinding blinding attack shockwave damage to increase by 200% of Xianyun's attack, maxing on a 9,000 damage increase. Xianyun's all about blinding attacks, and she's the perfect character to have in a plunge team. So once you use her ult, plunge like crazy. It's really fun.
Those monsters would hardly have pursued you with such ferocity without sufficient incentive. They were likely incited by the presence of godly remains.
So the mission did have god remains, like I suspected.
Said godly remains, in turn,
But she
were
tells
likely
because
drawn
of the
to
sin.
the trace of one scent on your body. One was, after all, an active participant in the Archon War. Some of the gods were likely shattered by contraptions of one's very making.
So she was following her the entire time.
In the end, one was relieved to see you endure through the night. At the break of dawn, one heard an infant's cry pierce through the air, and one saw you carefully cradle the child to your chest. Although certain mortal matters remain foreign to me, one could not help but be moved by your joy. To see you happy, that was more than enough.
So my theories about that medicine being god remains was right, which I suspected for, which was I think really obvious. I did not think that she was just a crane. I thought she was a form of Adeptus, but she was a crane trained under an Adeptus, which makes more sense. And she was also the same white crane that helped Shuyu
now
as well.
You should have a complete understanding of the events.
Wait, but if that's true, then the crane who took care of me when I was sick must also be...
It was her.
Ah, one had almost neglected to recount the absurdities of that tale.
So was that Cloud Killer, or was that actually was that actually the crane? It's so cool seeing like a abandoned version of Liyue here. This is a cool domain.
Just as Yuandai troubled one with her antics, so did you give one many a headache.
Wait, so that
Upon
was her?
finding you burning with fever, one made plans to bring you back to one's abode for treatment. However, upon seeing one's form, you began to cry, refusing to get on one's back. When one asked you why, apparently you believed that one could not possibly be a true Adeptus, because all
so you
illuminated
morphed.
cranes are white from tip to toe. One had no choice but to apply powder to one's body to conceal the
So it was
variegated
Cloud
nature of
Cannon,
one's
which
appearance.
I originally thought it
You
was,
became
but
more than amenable
you made me
enough when
second
one
guess.
stood before you devoid of any other coloring. It bears mentioning, however, that as a crane, Yuandai was nearly entirely pure white in color. Though you had never encountered her in that form, you still recognized the essence of her being. Perhaps fate brought you two together in more ways than one.
Okay, so that was Cloud Cannon, which I thought for like 1 second and then second guessed myself afterwards. So
Now all has been revealed.
that explains a lot.
One owes you an apology, Yuandai. One recognized you upon your very entrance into Wanmin restaurant. One has always viewed you as a disciple of equal standing with Ganyu and Shenhe. Indeed, one wished to bring your story to a satisfactory end with this visit to Liyue Harbor. Still, one could not reveal your identity right away. Had one simply informed you of all you had lost, all those cherished memories would merely have become the fictionalized account of another. Memories are most meaningful when recalled by those who lived through them. Would you not agree? even if the process was painful and arduous to experience. Have you any further inquiries?
Master, I must ask. If you found me all those years ago, why did you leave me be, even though you knew about my mistake? Why did you not bring me back to Mount Outsong by force?
One has never regarded your action as a mistake. It was a simple choice, nothing more. When it is time for one's progeny to leave the nest,
Is it wrong to be free?
it is the responsibility of an elder to let them fly free. Yet, when your wings grow weary and the night grows dark, just know that you always have a place to which to return. 'Tis a refuge referred to by many a name in mortal writing. Home, nest, haven. Whatever its denomination may be, its essence remains quite unchanged. One speaks, of course, of a place not unlike one's own abode. One's disciples are free to come and go as they wish, yet the door remains forever open to those who wish to return. One rather hopes you count yourself among them.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yuandai. One expects you too have sensed the rapid deterioration of your condition as of late. Have you not? 40 years ago, you chose a path without a future. Though one used one's own blood to provide you with a few decades of extra time, it merely delayed the inevitable. One may have extended the path, yet one was unable to alter its final destination. Even the power of an adeptus has its limits. Had your condition continued to deteriorate, you would have forgotten your life as a human entirely. In the end, you would have turned into a creature lacking in the ability to even comprehend its own monstrousness. Fortunately, you were able to avoid that scenario by reclaiming your memories. Though one sped the process along by providing some guidance, the result is entirely a reflection of your own effort.
So, what's gonna happen to Granny?
One will help her reclaim her original form as a wild crane. If it be fated, she may recover her sentience one day.
She's gotta go back to being a regular crane, huh?
Is there no other way?
Master, you've already done more than enough for me. I don't know how I could possibly repay your kindness. This is a better result than I could have ever hoped for. How much time do I have left?
Not long. The transformation is imminent.
Granny? Please don't leave, okay? You're all I have left. Please!
Don't be sad, dear child. Granny has led a wonderful life. My only regret is having to leave you behind. Don't forget to eat well, okay? A growing young lady like yourself needs lots of good food to grow big and strong. Promise Granny you'll take good care of yourself when I'm gone.
I promise, Granny. I'll do whatever you say.
Good girl, good girl. Don't worry. It's not goodbye forever. Granny's gonna become the most formidable crane in all of Mount Outsong. Granny will train day and night. I won't stop until I can turn into a human without having to rely on anything but my own power. When that day comes, we'll be able to live together again. You and I. How's that sound?
Good.
That's a good girl. Even though we won't see each other for a little while, as long as we both work hard, we're sure to meet again someday.
I'll eat well, Granny. I promise. And I'll wait for you, no matter how long it takes. I'll wait for you to come back.
That's a good girl. Then Granny really has no more regrets. I'm so sorry, Master. Thank you for everything.
Shuyu.
Let her be. At her age, crying is a natural, if not fitting, response to such an event. Tears are a necessary part of maturation. Sometimes there is scarcely a better vehicle to wash away the toll of stress and misery. Now that the issue has been resolved, you should also take a moment to relax.
Oh,
Give
don't you
yourself some
dare.
time to rest.
Oh, don't you
Take a
dare.
nap if you must.
Don't you dare,
One will
game.
wake you in due time.
Don't you freaking dare. Don't you freaking dare, game. Don't you freaking dare. You're not gonna do what I think you're gonna do, no. Oh no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. She's there. Screw off.
I always believed we would see each other again. That our days of separation would finally end. And all my troubles would be behind me. If only things could stay this way forever.
A nightmare? Curious. If you're relaxed, shouldn't your dreams be pleasant?
It was a good dream. It's just...
You weren't ready to wake up. Eloquent as one may be, words of comfort are not one's strong suit. You are doing all you can. One can see your strength of will, your fearlessness in the face of danger. And so, whatever your dream may be, one believes that you shall achieve it. Of course, whenever the perils you face overwhelm you, or you become weary, one is always here for you.
Oh.
After all, as an elder, it is only right to look out for the young ones.
chicken drumsticks.
You can't do this to me, game. God, I knew this was gonna happen, but I didn't want to see it. God damn it. God. Oh, Jesus. Oh, god damn it. I knew that we were gonna see Aether and Lumine together, but I was scared it was gonna be a dream sequence. Well, I knew it was gonna be a dream sequence, but there's no way. Oh my god. The moment the moment she mentioned, oh, by the way, this machine can bring back like lost memories, I'm like, I swear to god, if you bring back memories of Aether trying to hang out with Lumine or something, and this is why we see Lumine, I swear on everything. And the moment she says, oh, why don't you lay down as well and just relax for a bit, I'm like, okay, now I know exactly what's gonna happen, I'm gonna cry. Oh, damn it. I know. The whole Shuyu and Yuandai sequence was really sad, but I think what really ended up breaking me was the Aether Lumine sequence, and the moment you hear him talk. Bro, we cannot have one, like, we can't have one good update post 4.0 that's just something that's not tear-jerking. Like, they have to have something that's tear-jerking. God damn it. Oh my god. Let's just move on.
Huh? Was Paimon sleeping just now? Oh. Oh, Paimon wasn't talking to you. Paimon had a dream about eating grilled chicken drumsticks, that's all.
Madam Adeptus?
Oh, Shuyu, you're awake. How do you feel?
I feel a little better. Thanks. I know I'll see Granny again someday.
You
so I
can't
don't feel
do
so
this
sad
to me,
anymore.
game.
Madam Adeptus, could I ask you something? Would you take me in as a disciple?
Oh, and have you reasons for this sudden interest?
I know Granny thought what she did back then was wrong. She felt really bad about it. But without that mistake, I would have never been born. Even though Granny lost her memories, she never forgot to show me how much she loved me. So, I thought maybe one day I could become a cool Adeptus like you and help a whole bunch of people, just like Granny wanted to do.
Upon some reflection, one supposes you are no mere mortal. The fact that Yuandai's blood flows through your veins is proof enough of that.
She is technically half
If this is what
Adeptus
you
in a
desire,
sense.
one shall make it so.
Or Adeptus are just dormant.
Thank you so much, Madam Adeptus. No, I mean, Master.
Shuyu, are you sure about this? Paimon's gonna let you in on a little secret. We've seen Cloud Retainer's 2 other disciples, and they pretty much eat nothing but bitter herbs like Xianyun and violet grass.
She can hear you, you know.
If you join them, you'll never enjoy Wanmin Restaurant's delicious cooking ever again.
How utterly preposterous. One has never enforced such a rule.
That's just Xianyun Ganya's
Every
taste.
individual must find their own path to enlightenment.
Like,
so
don't
long
judge
as one
them.
retains a pureness of spirit, one's dietary proclivities are quite irrelevant.
Thank you.
Well, you say that, but Paimon's not seeing any tasty treats up here now, is she?
Although
Ouch.
Mount Outsong is rich in natural beauty, its location does preclude access to certain finer mortal comforts. That is precisely why one plans to relocate to Liyue Harbor. Shuyu shall have the
So
honor
she is
of
moving
becoming
away.
one's first disciple in the human world.
Whoa. You're leaving Mount Outsang?
Is that why you took on the human form? I bet that important meeting was also with Manaping as well. I think that was why.
One has never concerned oneself with the location of one's residence. From the very beginning, one has sought only solace and peace. Yet in the end, all of one's disciples ended up in Liyue Harbor. Ganyu, Shenhe, Yuandai. They all chose a life among the mortal world.
Maybe she wants to try
One
that
has
as well.
reflected on this fact for many years now. One can only assume that it is due to some failing on one's part as an elder or master. A failing, perhaps, of recognizing what it was they truly wanted.
One must move
One
on,
is most
right?
curious as to what aspect of Liyue Harbor could have enticed them to remain there. One could hardly offer an opinion on the matter, but perhaps some time in the harbor will prove instructive.
And yeah, it's hard, but adapting is
Why are you all
not that
so
hard.
silent?
Adapting is hard, but you can do it.
A bit shocked, that's all. So, does this mean we can grab a meal together in Liyue Harbor sometime?
One has precious little time to squander. However, if one finds oneself otherwise unoccupied, one would not be opposed to the idea. One will be assuming the identity of a human while residing in Liyue Harbor. You should take care to avoid disclosing one's true identity.
Alright, Xianyun.
Don't worry, we'll help you keep it a secret. So, when can we expect to start seeing you in the city?
Time to the right
Perhaps
floor.
in 2 days' time. One has some matters to see to before one's departure. Preparation is the key to success, after all. One plans to put up various items from one's collection for sale. The earnings should provide for a comfortable living
Oh
in
yeah, she's
Liyue
gonna be
Harbor.
broke when she goes to Liyue
One
Harbor.
has already picked out a handsome property near Chuhu Rock. 'Tis no small purchase, but what is mortal life if not one expense after another?
True.
Seems like you've really thought of everything.
Again, she's an adventurous.
Then how about we meet up in Liyue Harbor in 2 days?
Are you serious?
A sensible plan. See you then. Oh, also, why don't you take this suspense insomnia mechanism as a
yes.
souvenir? Anytime you should feel ill at ease in the future, you may try quieting your mind and sitting in meditation as you listen to its melodies. It might help you find a new perspective.
Awesome! Thanks, Cloud Retainer!
Yes, I too always want to feel depressed
Hey,
whenever I play that
didn't
damn
we
music
tell
box.
Ellen what we found out? Should we make a trip to the Feiyun Commerce Guild? It's totally up to you. By the way, Shuyu, we have a friend who helped us learn a lot of information about your granny. Is it okay if we tell him the full story?
Sure, I don't think Granny would mind. As long as you don't tell a whole bunch of people.
Yeah.
I don't think she'd want too many people to know. They might go to Mount Outsong and start bugging her about it. Granny needs to focus on her training, you know? But telling a friend or two is probably fine.
As long as they could know
No
to
worries,
keep the.
our friend can keep
secret.
a secret.
As long as they, she's like, as long as they know to shut up, it'll be fine.
So, about your move to Liyue Harbor, you gonna tell the other Adepti about it?
Maybe.
I have left an explanatory note in my abode. Those two old fossils will discover it, I am sure, should they come seeking my company.
And what's the human
Considering
form?
their recent penchant for going off on private escapades, however, I find myself caring little for how they shall receive
Where
this
are they
news.
anyway? Like they've just been like every single time, like when I first met them, right? They just go off. Like they just leave. Like where are they? Like are they ever gonna actually go in depth about that, or is this just gonna be like a recurring joke? Man, I am like, I'm shocked like that with this, like that this much of like information and content, like when it comes to story and everything. I'm shocked that this is not a into the quest. I also thought this should have been into the quest. It even has a sibling lore with it. I'm like, how is this not an into the quest at all? Like, that's a shocker to me.
Your concerns are excessive and unfounded. This is but a simple collection of ordinary valuables. Such intense scrutiny is hardly necessary.
To be quite honest, your insistence on that fact is my primary cause for concern. In what way are any of these ordinary? Every single item here could be worth more than everything I own combined. I simply can't risk shelling out that kind of mora without proper scrutiny. If I'm wrong, I would never be able to earn it back, not even if I worked every single day for the rest of my life. I have to be careful. Yes, you can never be too careful.
We're here, Clow.
I'm on already.
Xianyun, what are you guys arguing about?
So what's going on outside?
Perfect timing. This ignoramus is questioning the authenticity of my wares.
Bruh.
I'll have you know, these items have remained untouched in my personal collection for several hundred years. To question their
Yeah, have you not been
legitimacy
to the
is pure
Xianyun
folly.
Museum? Okay, I'll shut up.
Several hundred years?
Indeed.
There you go, yeah.
They're family heirlooms, you see. Passed down over many generations, as families are wont to do.
Yep, they've definitely been around a while. We can vouch for her on that one.
Hear that? Had I not found myself in need of mora, I would scarcely have had the heart to part with them. Indeed, you should consider it an honor
When
to
you
even
talk
have
about
the
that, you really do
opportunity
sound like
to behold
Bayonetta.
them with your own eyes. Doubt their authenticity any further, and I may just decide to take them to another buyer.
And no, she's not being in this
please
video,
don't
by the
go.
way. She's not.
I apologize for any insult, miss. You see, I know full well that I lack the knowledge to judge the true worth of these items. If you could wait but a moment, I've hired an expert to appraise them for me. He should be here shortly.
He?
An expert, you say? Very well. I will wait for a little while longer, then. Traveler, Paimon.
Who is he?
This is my new residence. If you have cause to seek my company in the future, this is where you can find me.
Master! Oh, it's you two again. Hello.
Oh, look at that. She's in your attire.
Outfit! It looks great on you.
Mm-hmm.
She's dressed like
Master made
Xianyun
it
now.
for me. I like it too.
Huh? You know how to make clothes?
Yeah.
Do I know how to make clothes? With the support of the proper mechanism, sewing is hardly a challenge.
If only she can make some nice tires for Ganyu and Shenhe. Wink, wink. Nice. Okay, I'll shut up now.
Master, I brought in most of my stuff. There's a few boxes left, but they're kind of heavy, so I just left them outside.
Fret not. I shall help you move them into your room.
Actually, I should probably sort through my stuff a bit first. Everything's kind of messy right now, so maybe you could not look yet, Master? Yeah, that'd be great.
It appears my young apprentice has her own fair share of secrets. No matter. Do what you must, child. Now, this expert you mentioned. When can we expect their arrival?
If I see Zhongli, I swear to God.
Soon. Ah, there he is.
They said he. If I see Zhongli, I swear to God.
Here, allow me to make some introductions.
Oh my God!
This is Mr.
Really?
Xianyun, a well-respected consultant at Wangshang Funeral Parlor and an expert in all manner of valuables and antiques.
Okay, Zhongli, before you start, we literally had this issue last year, okay? You did this easily with Venti. Don't screw up with Cloud Retainer, please.
Mr. Zhongli, this is Miss Xianyun.
She's woke.
She's the one who's looking to sell the collection of valuables I mentioned earlier.
Zhongli, please, Zhongli.
Huh.
Both of you don't.
If it isn't Miss Xianyun.
Okay.
It has been quite some
Nice
time
save,
since our
nice
last
save.
meeting. What a serendipitous reunion.
Indeed, most serendipitous. Have you been faring well as of late, Mr. Zhongli?
Quite well, thank you. I was fortunate enough over the past few days to enjoy both a stroll in the mountains and a fresh brew of tea from the most recent harvest. The experiences left me with such insight and peace.
Actually, now that I think about it, if I had a nickel for every single time Zhongli literally had to put up a clown show with another animal character to keep all of everything as a secret, I had 2 nickels. but it's kind of which is not a lot, but still weird that happened twice.
Huh. So you two are already acquainted?
Yeah.
Indeed. How fortunate we are that fate has brought us together again. If you are otherwise unaware, allow me to inform you that Miss Xianyun is a well-regarded collector and appraiser.
Nice save.
She is well-versed in all fields, and oft-celebrated for her impeccable taste.
Nice save.
You stand to
My
gain
God.
much from this opportunity.
You are too kind, Mr. Zhongli. True collectors pride themselves on their wealth of knowledge and eye for detail. I can say without a doubt that
You
you
two
are
sip it.
foremost in that
Not the other
regard.
two, but us, but me and
Why?
Paimon, obviously.
You flatter me, Miss Xianyun. It would seem that you are as self-effacing as ever.
Not at all, Mr. Zhongli. Not at all.
Can we just give us some privacy?
While I am loath to butt into this conversation, I must ask,
Uh-oh.
you two already knew each other, and you seem to have quite a cordial relationship. Can I be certain that you're not working
No,
together to
no,
screw
no,
me?
no, no.
I mean, you never know.
A preposterous accusation. The heavens themselves would collapse before we would conspire to do such a thing.
Miss
That is
Xianyun
true.
speaks the truth. Contracts are built on honesty and trust.
Oh, you
If
would
that
know about
proves to be
contracts
beyond
with
your
you.
capabilities in this instance, this
This is so
transaction
funny.
may be taken elsewhere.
Say no more. Let us depart.
I jest. What fool would still harbor doubts after Mr. Zhongli himself has vouched for the goods? Miss Xianyun, wait.
Hey, Traveler, Paimon, zip it.
I deeply apologize for doubting you. So, Mr. Zhongli, could you please give me a final verdict on the value of these items?
There is no cause for concern. They are indeed rare and precious valuables. Take this mechanism, for instance. Though one may not immediately perceive its purpose, its structure and
This is
appearance
oddly
are
poetic,
exquisite enough
honestly.
to merit
This
it
is
a place
oddly
in
poetic
any fine
for
home.
what happened last year.
The same can be said for this one here. Few could hope to possess an item that so perfectly blends mechanical wonder with geometric grace. I am sure you have heard from your travels that the study of mechanisms is among the most wondrous arts in this world. With that in mind, I earnestly recommend procuring every last item in this collection.
All right. Since I hired you as my consultant, Mr. Zhongli, I shall, of course, trust your good opinion. Then, in that case, Miss Xianyun, I'll take the lot. However, since the final sum is quite large, how about we start with an initial deposit through the Northland
Oh, you
Bank?
control Northland Bank now?
The Northland Bank? Huh. Oh, you refer to the fiduciary house. Oh, very well.
Are you sure you want to trust the Fatui with this, though?
I fear people only use the term bank nowadays. In that case, I'll be off for now.
She's like, back
I'll
in
return
my
to
day.
collect the goods once you've received the funds.
My god, this is so funny. Okay, there's no one else here, right?
My friends, have you been doing well?
Yeah.
We've been great. How about you? Paimon didn't know you were such a busy consultant.
Is that why you can't answer any of our damn
My
questions,
days have been
Zhongli?
quite pleasant as well. I had been quietly enjoying a cup of tea when Mr. Xiaozu requested my services.
I'm kidding.
As for you, Miss Xianyun, I presume you must be looking
Dude,
to
it's
settle
just
in the
us.
city?
It's just us, you're
I
fine.
must say, the name Xianyun sounds exceedingly strange coming from you. Perhaps you could dispense of that particular epithet in further conversation.
Whatever for. Am I not addressing you as a friend should?
Well, as a friend, you should be addressing her
Well,
as cloud retainer.
That is true, but... Alas, refer to me however you will. After all, a name exists such that others may address you with it. One is hardly ignorant of that fact.
It would seem that you have gained many valuable insights
There we
over the
go.
years, Cloud Retainer.
One has indeed. One's previous days were all brief. Now that one has made up one's mind to move and settle, one has gained a much better appreciation of the hubbub and commotion of the city, as well as the people's hard work and ardor. This city is much changed from how it was more than 1,000 years ago.
Not unlike the ocean tides, so too shall the movement of people ebb and flow. From turmoil to peace, enlightenment to aspiration. Human society possesses
now
limitless
it explains a lot why
In
she's
another 1,000
animal.
years, the scene we witness here may change in ways that are
Exclusion.
impossible for either of us to imagine.
Alright, that's enough reflection for one day. No need to get all sentimental on us.
You make a valid point, Paimon. Now that the sale has concluded, what say one plays the host as we try some specialty dishes together? One must profess great interest in trying bamboo
Of course you want to try
shoot
that
soup.
when Zhongli is here.
Perhaps you have forgotten, Cloud Retainer, but I once tried my hand at that dish. You were at the table on that occasion, so logic dictates that you should have already tried
Well,
it.
maybe she wants to try it again.
Oh? What occasion was this?
Last year.
It was a reunion between friends several centuries
Oh,
ago.
never mind.
Alas, you must have been too preoccupied to secure yourself a portion. Or perhaps our other companions simply availed themselves of faster reflexes on that occasion.
Hardly. 'Twas most certainly out of consideration for the others in attendance. In but a moment, one will show you what it means to have a true deftness of hand. It is settled then. Bamboo shoot soup, mora meat, crab roe tofu, triple-layered consommé. We shall enjoy the lot. One has already passed word to Xianyun and Ganyu to make a reservation. It is prime time for them to meet one's newest disciple. Is that agreeable to everyone?
It should be a most splendid occasion.
Thank you so much, Cloud Retainer.
Shuyu, come now, it is time to dine. Ah, this gentleman over here is Mr. Zhongli.
He is a god. I'm kidding.
A humble employee of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Pleased to make your
You
acquaintance.
still came up with that lie,
Nice to
huh?
meet you too, Mr. Zhongli.
That should be everyone, right? Let's go!
Oh, this could be really awkward for Ganyu as well, actually, because doesn't she
Sounds
know
good.
about Zhongli's identity?
Actually, Master, have you ever tried Adeptus' temptation? I heard it's impossible to stop eating after even just one bite. You know, 'cause it's super tempting and stuff. Is that true?
That sounds rather implausible. Although with the right preparation, certain dishes can be too delicious to
What's
resist.
this camera angle?
Huh? Why are you all walking so fast? Hey, wait for Paimon! Hey, wait up!
Alright, then catch up. What a great character story quest. What a fantastic character story quest. Man. And here I thought that, Furina's could be impossible to beat. No, Liyue never misses when it comes to story. They never do. Well, sometimes, but most of the time they don't. But yeah, seeing a cameo appearance of Zhongli of all people was surprising. And again, I knew about Lumine's appearance in this, but it still hits a bit differently. Fantastic story, solid like 9 out of 10. I think it's as good as Furina's Act 1. And you know I loved Furina's Act 1. But yeah, I think that's a wrap for the main story now. Next time? Well, I was wrong about the end of the quest. But I think I'm gonna be right with this one. See you guys for Act 6 in Fontaine. If you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, and give your own thoughts about this whole story in general. I thought this whole story was fantastic. It's such a nice way to establish on Cloud Retainer's character and really open up a room of all possibilities when it comes to what's next for Liyue. But yeah. ACairconditioner signing out. Have a good one, guys, and take care.